So this Monstrosity is what used to be the air zone version of the double shot, and I turned it into something that's actually war-worthy, I think. This was sort of a challenge by Griever, one of the Nerfers I met at APOC, and he wanted me to do something with this really goofy blaster that I picked up. So I did. Let's go over it and then we'll fire it, because this thing's actually pretty crazy. The front here, we have a mag strike pump. That has been in place with some epoxy putty over here on the insides, and then just kind of taped up to make it solid and easier to assemble. You see we have the tube flowing from the pump all the way to the back here. This is actually the tank from a 4B, Busby Big Blast. I used some of this vinyl tubing and I believe that's a 1-inch PVC coupler here, and just used some goop to get that to the back. In the front here, I've connected it to the old trigger from the 4B and connected it to the double shot trigger here. So it shoots from this one trigger. Because of this type of tank, the higher the pressure in the tank, the harder it is to pull the trigger. It's almost like a pin that's pushing forward by the tank pressure. So the higher that pressure, the harder it is to pull the trigger. So you'll see me actually having to make a trigger yank to fire this as opposed to a trigger pull. Over here, we have two tubes that now lead up to the firing mechanisms here. This is some brass sheathed over some PETG polyester 1/2-inch tubing, and I have some electrical tape wrapped around that to make it airtight. If we open this up, you'll see it's really just a simple breech system. So you plug the darts into here, and because it has all this power from this 4B tank, you can put one in each chamber or in 4. So all the way up to 4, it's like a shotgun. So we're actually going to fire this now and give you a good idea of what happens. Alright, so this is really kind of the loading chamber. It's just a breech for all of you back in the day. We take each of our darts, just throw one in there into each breech. You can push them forward if you want. Then to close it and seal it, just push it back from here. I've pumped this up 25 times for 2 shots. I'm going to fire it that direction, and you'll see I'm going to actually have to yank this trigger. But they go a good distance, so you get 2 shots going pretty far. I'm not even going to try and tell you what distance that was. There was a slight headwind this way, and it crossed the street from the middle of my lawn, so that's fairly far, and I would feel very comfortable using this in a war. That's probably about as far as my rainbow is, honestly. Let's shotgun load this now. I've loaded one chamber with 4, and now I'm going to load the second one with 4. So we can pretty easily shotgun load this. This is certainly not a fast blaster to use, but the spread is pretty amazing. I'm going to pump this up 30 times now, and I'm going to hit the wishing well this time, just so you can kind of see the spread a little bit better, now that there are 8 shots loaded into this. Ready? Bam! With the shotgun burst also gets some distance. I'd say easily 40, 50 feet on the shotgun, especially because you're not really aiming with it. You're kind of just holding it like this and then blasting it, so it's going to get an angle whether you like it or not, just from the moment you create with the trigger. But I'm very happy with this. You know, it's fugly, it's half fallen apart, but it just works, and I'd love to blast some campers with this at the next war. I hope you guys enjoyed. Griever, I think I fulfilled the bet. So have a great day, everybody, and Nerf on.